Hi guys, welcome to Omega Vapor LV. My name is Lotus and I will be showing you how to use your e-cigarette. This is one of our mini Protank kits. It's a great starter kit for people who have never used an e-cigarette before. And essentially what you're going to get is you're going to get an atomizer, a battery, a charger. You get a free juice included with the kit and also a case to hold everything together. Now, as far as the operation of your e-cigarette, the first thing you need to understand is all of these atomizers are bottom fill. So what that means is when it goes on the battery, it goes on like this. But when you need to fill it, you're going to flip it upside down. And so what you need to do as far as filling it is, if you look here, there's a demarcation point, and that's what notes where the cap is. So you see, you can unscrew the cap here, and then here's your coil. And this is what creates the vapor. This is also the only component that you're going to be replacing. And so you always want to make sure that this is securely attached to the base. From use or whatnot, it may come loose here and there, but it's no worries. All you have to do is just make sure that it's secured to the base and you'll be okay. So when it comes to filling the atomizer, what you need to do is first look into the middle of the atomizer. And what you're going to see is you're going to see an air hole in the middle. What you need to understand is that's where the vapor comes through. And so you have to avoid filling past the air hole. So when you fill, you're going to go ahead and open your juice. And what you're going to do is you're going to point the needle to the side. Not the middle, but the side. And as long as you are pointing it to the side and you squeeze, you're going to notice that the juice only goes down towards the side and you'll avoid filling into that air hole. So once your atomizer is filled, you're going to go ahead and put the cap on. Make sure it's nice and snug. And then we're going to go into operating it with the battery. So now that we have our atomizer filled, we are ready to put it on the battery. So what you need to do is you want to grab your atomizer, you want to grab your battery, you want to make sure it's off. And how you know that is if you just lightly tap the battery, there's no light coming on, and that's how you know that it's off. So while it's off, you want to go ahead and put the atomizer onto the battery. And the key thing to remember when you put the atomizer onto the battery is what we call finger tight. And what that means is you need to tighten it just enough where the atomizer is attached to the battery. It doesn't need to be cranked down. The reason why we stress this is, let me show you the inside here. So if you look at the center pin of the battery and the atomizer, you're going to notice that there's a little flat circular pin in the middle. And then also you're going to see a little metal pin on the atomizer. So essentially, for your e-cigarette to work, that pin needs to touch that pin. And what happens is when customers overcrank their batteries, what happens is this pin goes further and further down into the battery. And what will happen is next time when you put the atomizer back onto the battery, there will no longer be contact, which means that your e-cigarette will no longer work. It's a fixable issue, but it's something that you definitely want to prevent. So just keep that in mind. You want to make sure it's just finger tight, and that'll be perfect. So now we are ready to fire up the battery. As far as operating this battery, it's a simple push button operation. It's 5 clicks on and off. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and click 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're going to see the light coming on. And what that indicates is that your battery is currently on. And how you know that, again, is when you tap the button, the light comes on. And so the same thing for turning it off. You're going to click it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so if you tap the button, you're going to notice that there is no light, and that's how you know that it is off. So now that we are finished with showing you how to fill your atomizer and starting up your battery, we are ready to vape. Now the main thing, and this is the most important thing that I can stress, is once your atomizer is filled, you have to wait about 10 minutes, minimum 10 minutes before you start operating. The reason why we say that is the wick needs time to saturate the liquid and thus making it able to vaporize by the coil. So if you do it too early, what happens is the wick is too dry, and once you fire up a dry coil, you're going to get a dry hit, which is not the worst thing in the world, but it's something you don't want. So you definitely want to prevent that. So just make sure you wait about 10 minutes after you fill your atomizer. Now this has been sitting here for a while, so we are pretty much ready to vape. So what we're going to do is we are going to fire it up, and that means clicking it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now that indicates that it's on. And what you want to do is when you're ready to draw in, you push the button. When you're done, you let it go. So pushing the button, and I'm going to draw in. And it's as simple as that. So now that we've been vaping for a while, the last thing I want to show you is how to charge it. So essentially what you want to do is, again, take the atomizer off the battery. And the charger that is included in your kit is a simple USB charger. It's the same one that charge your phones. Most people have extras of them laying around. But you just want to get one of those plugs. Plug the USB. It can also be charged through a computer, so if you have a computer, that would work also. In my case, I'm going to show you with a power bank because I don't have an outlet nearby. And so just to show you, what you want to do is, first of all, plug your USB into your power port. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So now that it's ready to go, what you want to do is you want to plug the battery into the charger. So when you're screwing it in, and again, we're going to emphasize this again, we're going to do finger tight. It doesn't need to be cranked down. So what you want to do is you want to tighten it just until the point where the battery is reacting to the charger. And you're going to see that the light turns on and it'll stay on. So as long as it's on, it means it's charging. Once the light goes off, it's done charging. And that's all it is. We at Omega Vapor LV want to thank you for your support. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. And also, don't forget to like us on Facebook on Omega Vapor. Thank you very much. Have a good day, guys.